Okay, so we're back.
Yes, we are.
Hi, I got my producer Bing.
What's up, everyone? My name is Bing. Call me Anthony Barone too, but really I go by Bing.
I
All my
like it.
homies call
I
me.
like it. Bing.
Well, I got it because funny story. I got it at a Taco Bell. So me and my friends were at Taco Bell and we were typing in our names on the kiosks, and I misspelled my name. And I typed it. I misspelled my name, and I started typing Bing, and I'm like, I might as well call myself Bing Bong, right? And it wouldn't let me have enough room to type that. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with Bing, and then they actually addressed me by the name I put in. They're like, "Order for Bing, order for Bing."
I'm still deciding if it was really a funny story.
Whoa! Hey, listen, man. To me, it's funny. Okay, I could laugh at paint drying, but we're not here to laugh at paint drying. We're here to talk, ask you questions, right, about real estate.
Yes, you said you wanted to ask me questions and for me to give you the 100% real answer.
Yeah. So real estate is something that's always fascinated me, and I've heard a lot of industries get described as being like real estate, and it's a very catch-all term. So, what makes real estate unique and not like any other industry?
Oh, you've heard it described as not like other industries.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a great question, Bing, actually. It really isn't. I actually tell all candidates that come in for an interview, especially brand new, they're thinking about just getting their license, and I tell them real estate can be for anyone.
What do you mean?
However, real estate is not for anyone.
Well, what do you mean
Just
by
anyone. I think I got that one. I might have reversed my real estate is for anyone, but it's not for everyone. That's my phrase. Real estate is for anyone, but it is not for everyone. What do we mean by that?
that? Yeah.
It's one field that is 100%, at least in our area, the Long Island market, New York market, and most other states. But we are 100% commission based, which means the only money that is generated is on commission. We're independent contractors as real estate agents, and it's all commission. There is no salary involved. I mean, different people could have different systems to make an adjustment to the plan, but for the most part, we're independent contractors. There is no salary involved. You have to be a master budgeter. You have to be a master marketer, and you have to be a very, very hard worker. It's at the end of the day very gratifying. And I hate to say, oh, it's so great to find the first house for someone, their first house, and it's true. At the end of the day, it also can be very lucrative. So make no mistake about it. If anyone's in real estate and going through the frustration of real estate, the having the determination to succeed in real estate, I can guarantee you they're doing it for the money.
So, I've heard like a lot of people say that it's lucrative, and it definitely is. I see the successes of it. I also see it in another industry that is commonly compared to, which is life insurance. I see the successes there too. But what? Okay, so I want to pose like a question to you, right? So I just quit my job, right? Say I just quit my job. I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I have the real estate license. I'm going right into it. What do I do to make consistent income within 2 months?
Oh, consistent income within 2 months. Get hired as someone's personal assistant. Um, that's the thing about real estate. You can have consistent income. It will take several months to get going. It's a lot like when you get started in real estate. First 1, 2, 3 months, the learning curve is immense. It's just great once you turn the corner, how much more you can learn in real estate, in strategy. The learning curve, though, it really does start off with maybe 3 months of not knowing what you don't know. Okay, then maybe you've received some training, maybe you've done some online classes. We offer a lot of great support, but I'm not here to promote me. But
I mean, it's your podcast. You could.
oh, it is. It definitely is. Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, but you asked for real answers, so I'm going to give you, real answers. So,
All right, hit me with it.
so first 3 months, you don't know what you don't know. Okay, that's the perfect time to be a real estate agent because you literally just do. And that's the best way to be in this industry. Just do. Do it. Stay within the rules, stay within the guidelines, but do. Never overcomplicate things and think I shouldn't do this. You should consistently do. So that's the first 3 months. Maybe then after the first 3 months you suddenly realize, wait a minute. I'm learning. I'm learning the field. I'm learning the rules. I'm learning real estate, the transaction, the process, everything, the sales technique, the sales process, and you suddenly realize, wait a minute, now you know what you don't know. Now that's the opportunity to make sure you learn, whether it's learning more about the actual transaction of real estate, maybe even some of the legal terms, maybe even get to the point where you can actually read a contract of sale, as I had to, and actually understand it. So now that's 3 to 6 months in, but that's also when you've maybe made a transaction or two, gotten a buyer into contract, sold a house, maybe listed a home. Now by the 3 to 6 month mark, you're getting to learn, and you're really learning what you knew that you did not know. Now, at that point, in the 6 month mark, that's when things start to get rolling a little bit with real estate, and you're acknowledging that, wait a minute, now you kind of learned what you didn't know what, and you kind of should know a lot about real estate, especially if you've immersed yourself and you decided to just do this full time and just be in the office, be on the ground, be in real estate. So that brings us to that 12-month mark, 6 to 12 months. Now your real estate career might be actually kind of rolling. Maybe some of the people you helped out in the first 2 months had friends, family members, and they're reaching out to you because, hey, Bing, you did a really nice job for me, and I wanted to just say thank you. And also, by the way, you've been following up. Maybe you've been consistently prospecting what we call your sphere of influence, and now that's all starting to pay off. Okay, now by the 12-month mark into the 18th month mark, that's when you see the snowball effect where past business is starting to give you future business, current and obviously current business. Then you're consistently working, so you have current business, new business that's just been generated because you've been doing what you've been told by your brokerage, by your trainer or your mentor, and now that's when it becomes fairly, I want to say the word easy, but please, I use the word very, very, very loosely here. But that's when you kind of can actually say, wait a minute, I can almost predict how much income I'm going to make because I can predict my numbers. I know that if I prospect in this regard for this many hours, it leads me to a lead or a prospect, whether it's a buyer or a seller. And I know if I take this many buyers out, I know I actually can get someone into contract. And I know that if I meet with this many potential sellers, I would get a certain percentage of those listings. Some people, know that if you go on 4 appointments and you've gotten 3 of them, you have really good odds. If you go on 5 appointments and you only get 1 of them, the solution is to go on more appointments. And of course, to get better at certain techniques. So that's where the 18th month mark really makes a big difference to people. There's a statistic in our industry that actually says 70% of all new licensees do not make it past the first year. There's another statistic that I just heard that nationwide, since January of 2023, the beginning of this year, apparently 63 real estate agents have left the industry. So that's a indication that the market is actually changing. And keeping that in mind, the market changing is actually probably one of the best times to get into real estate, because it's when all the learning kind of gets to be important, and you get a great opportunity to see a transitioning market, which is actually where most opportunities occur, whether it's for investment and real estate agents. It's a transitioning market that people make their money on.
So when it comes to it's basically like a 2-year process, almost a 2-year process to really get established. what's something that you would tell someone? I mean, it seems like you need to put like a lot of energy into this, a lot of phone call, a lot of face to face. What do you tell agents that deal with that get burned out pretty easily, where they get overwhelmed or they get anxious about it? Like, how do you guide that particular agent through this process?
There's one word. It's called next.
I
In real
see.
estate, you have to always keep going forward and just keep putting one foot in front of the other. Uh, Transactions, there's all different reasons for a transaction not to happen. We call it a transaction dying. So that can happen. There's only one way you can safeguard against lack of inventory, lack of buyers, lack of transactions, lack of deals, lack of money. There's only one way. Have more opportunities in it. Another thing to keep in mind in real estate, one of the most lucrative aspects of real estate is not the actual doing of it, listing and selling homes. It's investing in real estate, and when you have the opportunity, you should always take advantage and invest.
What do you mean by investing in real estate? How do you do that?
Investing, I mean, everyone obviously wants to be a flipper, because you flip a house and you can make anywhere between 30% to 35%, maybe even 40% return on your investment. Several $1,000s, even in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on the investment. That's a flip. The other way is to hold. So pick up a nice investment house, obtain rental payment, rent it out, and then use the rent to pay off the home. And as a home gets paid off, take the equity to use that equity and buy more homes. So now you have passive income generated by maybe by just doing one investment home and then using all those proceeds and just keep reinvesting. And that's how I've seen a lot of successful people in real estate.
Now, you don't necessarily have to be a real estate agent to do that. That's just another end of the industry.
Yes. In fact, a lot of real estate agents spend a lot of their time helping people become very, very wealthy and building a lot of wealth with regards to that. And we help them find the right investments. We help them find the right investment homes, and then even property manage. That way they can just, sit tight and just collect their checks.
Wow. So you also mentioned being an assistant too. Like, what does that entail?
Oh, well, being my assistant would entail probably a short-lived career, because I used to go through them very, very quickly. I'm also very bad at firing people. So actually, an assistant would be, depending on if they're a licensed assistant to a producer, to a top producer, it can be really great, hourly wage, and you would assist in the day-to-day tasks of the real estate agent. It can also be the beginnings of building a great team. Actually, there's a book called Millionaire Agent, and that's actually the book that was written a very long time ago, and it actually describes how to create a good team. And the book actually says that the assistant is the most important hire in any successful real estate team.
I'd even say anywhere, because I mean, my dad had similar, where he in his business he hired an office manager and he was able to make more money because he didn't have to worry about all the back end stuff.
Yep, exactly. And it allows you to do more of what you're good at.
And it's also, it kind of comes down to the universal aspect of business, where you need to invest in yourself, your business, and your people in order to continue making more money. Once you stop doing that, you're kind of capped at the same level.
Oh, yes. I mean, anything like that. I'm actually in the process of expanding a little bit as well, with a lot more of our commercial side of real estate as well.
How so?
Oh, I'm actually, kind of upping my game when it comes to commercial, uh, getting some more information and some more knowledge, some education, and also the market exposure for my commercial clients. I'm actually adding to it, where I have a LoopNet is one of the go-to sites for most commercial brokers, but actually through our Coldwell Banker relationship, we actually have another site called Crexy, where we're just kind of upping our game in terms of being able to find things for our clients that are more in tune for commercial. Also, being able to say that I have greater reach or larger exposure for my current clients that are selling commercial buildings or leasing commercial space as well.
That's awesome. So before we get going, what's one thing you want to leave the listener with before we cut to the end, really?
Oh, the end. That sounds ominous.
Just the end of the show, not the end of someone's life or career.
All of the above.
All of the above.
I guess what I do like about what I love about real estate is that, I think I've said it before, I love the fact that there's a reset button. So my birthday is January 1st. What I love about my birthday is like it's everyone's reset button. Apparently, New Year's resolutions, everyone just starts their year off. Yes, oh yeah. I drank too much all last year. Now I'm gonna stop drinking. I don't eat the right stuff. I'm gonna start my diet. I don't exercise enough. I'm gonna start exercising. That's New Year's Day. So in real estate, every day I wake up, I think, okay, could have been a bad day, could have been a great day. That new day is actually reset button. It's like, wait, you start over. Maybe you didn't do as much as you wanted to the day before. Maybe you didn't really stay on task. And you know what? Reset. And stay on task starting now. We're going to start this starting now. We're going live starting now. And it's the constant reset button. And it's also a great way to look at it is every day can actually be so completely different than the previous one. In good ways and bad ways, but for the most part, I like variety. I like changing things around. So anyway, that's what I get out of real estate. That, and I get to be the sexiest real estate agent. We may not keep this in the podcast.
You're definitely advertising it for sure. So where can people find the show at?
Oh, you can find this show on YouTube at the Real Ted G Podcast. Hopefully soon we're going to have regular programming. That day is not today. And I guess what I really want to say, signing out, is keep it real.